Today, I'll be discussing the first two important types of society, which is the hunting and gathering society and pastoral society. So, in this lesson, we will learn the difference between the said society and how their lifestyle changed from generation to the generation. So, now let's first talk about what is hunting and gathering society. So, this society is recognized as the simplest and earliest form of society. So here are some characteristics why is it recognized as one. So the first is structure. So it is typically small and composed mostly of the family. So people in this society are nomadic, meaning they move from place to place to find foods. So their movement is often seasonal, following the availabilities of plants and the migration of animals. So, because of their nomadic lifestyle, people in the society has no permanent houses. So the second one is the division of labor. So this emphasizes the separation of their work according to their gender. So men are usually tasked for hunting animals, while women are tasked for collecting foods. So third is the economic system. So their economy is based on subsistence, meaning they only produce enough to survive. So communal sharing. So it is a type of sharing tasks and resources within a community. So it is their way of organizing their tasks and resources to meet the needs of all members and to make sure that everyone can survive. So fourth is technology. So they use a simple tools that is made from natural resources or natural materials like stones, woods, and bones. So these simple tools is used for hunting, gathering, and even processing food. So number two is the pastoral society. So this society is based on the care for animals. People in this society is also nomadic. They move from different places, not just for themselves, but also for their animals. So the characteristic of this society includes the economic activities. So, compared to the first society, this pastoral society is more advanced and creative. Although this first society is recognized as the simplest, but they rely on what their environment can produce. They do not make their own food. People can never make their own food. We cannot photosynthesize ourselves. But this pastoral society, they are making their life for a better tomorrow. Just like this animal husbandry. So the main activity in this society is the care for animals, raising a domestic animals like sheep, cattle, goat, camel, or reindeer. People in this society are also nomadic or semi-nomadic, moving to different places to find fresh pastures and water resources for their animals. So, second is social structure. So, we have family and kinship. So, family and kinship is the central structure of their society. So, it is also recognized as the simplest form of social structure because this is where you learn first. So family and kinship is a way of it is a relationship between individuals who are related by blood, marriage, or adoption. So egalitarian but with hierarchy. So they values equality and fairness among individual, but also recognize and respect the heretical order. In other words, everyone is recognized as equal in terms of their inheritance, value, and dignity. So technology. So we have tools for herding. So people in this society is more creative. They develop tools for preparing and protecting their herds, and like fencing, corrals, and weapons. So transportation, they use animals for transportation like horse, camel to move themselves and their goods. So the fourth one is the lifestyle and culture. So their lifestyle is adapted to their adapted to their environment, surrounding to survive and thrive in their societies. So cultural and practices. So they practice a cultural activities, ritual, and behavior that pass down from generation to generation within a particular culture. So these practices is their way of lives, belief, and values that gives equality, identity, and unity to their community.
So I'll be discussing horticultural society and agricultural society. So first is yung horticultural society. This form of society engages in the growing of plants, fruits, and vegetables. So horticultural society is about gardening and plant cultivation. They promote growing plants, trees, and flowers, and organize flower shows and garden competition. They also focus on environmental awareness and conservation. So the next one is yung agricultural society. This form of society grows rice and other crops. They also began to farm and raise animals for food. So yung agricultural society naman is all about farming and food production. They help farmers improve their crops and livestock and introduce new technologies to make farming more efficient. They also organize exhibition and trainings for farmers. So both organizations are crucial in improving our food supply, standard, and environment. So they play a vital role in our community.
I'll be discussing the feudal society and industrial society. So first, let me discuss to you the feudal society. Feudal society is a society based on land ownership and a hierarchical system where rulers, vassals, and peasants have fixed social rules. So yung feudal society is nakabase siya sa pagmamayari ng lupa and may hierarchical system siya. Alam naman natin yung hierarchical system, di ba? Ito yung levels of importance or powers from top to bottom. So first, meron tayong rulers or ito yung tinatawag nating hari or lords, yung nagmamayari sa pinakamalaking lupa or nagmamayari sa isang lupa. Then, second is yung vassals or maharlika. So, yung vassal or maharlika is, ito yung sila yung kapalit, bilang kapalit ng protection and distribution nila. Then, yung peasant naman is, ito yung, yung peasant is magsasaka. Sila yung nagtatrabaho sa lupa para kapalit ng tirahan or pagkain. And may fixed social rules siya. So, for example is, ang maharlika is sila yung magbibigay protection, then yung peasant is sila yung magtatrabaho sa lupa. So, wala masyadong pagbabago o pag-angat sa buhay nila kasi kung ipinanganak kang isang magsasaka, hanggang tumanda ka, magsasaka ka pa rin. Yung feudal society kasi is hindi siya pantay kasi ang may lupa lang ang makapangyarihan. So the next one is industrial society. So, ang industrial society is a society based on the use of machines and technology for mass production, leading to modern trade, education, and diverse workplaces. So, yung industrial society is dito yung nagsimula magbago yung lipunan dahil sa pag-unlad ng technology and yung mga machines. Dito din nagsimula yung industrial revolution, kung saan yung mga produkto is ginagawa na siya sa mga pabrika, hindi na siya ginagawa na siya sa pabrika gamit yung mga machine, hindi na siya mano-mano. Dahil sa industrial society, lumaki na yung ekonomiya natin at dumami na rin yung mga trabaho sa mga lungsod. Hindi na natin kailangang magkaroon ng lupa para umasenso, hindi katulad sa feudal society. And pwede ka nang yumaman o umasenso sa pamamagitan ng trabaho, edukasyon at sa kasipagan. Kasi naging mas pantay at bukas ang oportunidad sa lahat. Then, in other word is, yung industrial societies, naging maunlad na din yung kalakalan and edukasyon, transportasyon, and yung komunikasyon. Dahil sa industrial society, naging daan para sa modernong pamumuhay na meron tayo ngayon.
My topic for today is all about the type of societies. Post-industrial societies, also known as the virtual or computer societies, people use technology in the internet to communicate, to engage in business, and access different information that can be used to deal with daily activities. So, ang post-industrial society is ginagamit ng mga tao para makipag-communicate, magnegosyo at kumuha ng information. Dito is na mas nakapokus yung mga tao sa pagbigay ng serbisyo at paggamit ng kaalaman kaysa sa paggawa ng produkto sa pabrika. So, ang mga member ng post-industrial society ay mataas ang pinag-aralan. May mga special training at may mga special na trabaho tulad ng technology, education, and communication. So, ang example nito ay ang Pilipinas ngayon ay papunta na rin sa post-industrial societies dahil mas marami ng tao nagtatrabaho sa BPO industry or call center, IT field at online business. Kasi imbis na manual labor is mas nagagamit nila ang computer, internet at communication skills sa trabaho nila.